Hi guys, welcome back to another podcast, and I'm going to be making a new podcast series of Seton Hall men's basketball and their team. So Seton Hall this year is 10-8, and they're over 500. So 3-4 in their conference. Picked up a couple conference wins the other couple days versus Georgetown and Butler. Outscoring their opponents by 15 or more. And also that Seton Hall is going to be taking on DePaul this Saturday. So if we can get a win versus DePaul, because they're struggling, but it's at DePaul, so that's going to be a little more difficult. But if we can get Dawes and Samuel to get the rebounds and all those other stuff, we would be good. And the other day versus Georgetown, Dawes had his career high and season high scoring. He had 24 points versus Georgetown. But Georgetown, they are struggling this year under the coach Patrick Ewing. They're 0-7 or whatever in their division. So if we can pick up a win versus DePaul, and I think we would have a good chance to beat Connecticut, because that Connecticut hasn't been playing good lately. They lost their last couple games, and after starting the season undefeated, so it's a little surprising to me. But I think Seton Hall has a good chance to winning these next couple games, even though the first couple versus Xavier, Marquette, those are all good teams. But I think now that we are winning these next couple of games, I think we have a good chance to beat UConn and the rest of the top 25 Big East teams. Xavier, Marquette, and St. John's has been struggling too. So the game that on December 31st I went to, and it was a very close game at halftime. It did not look like a good game at halftime. But Seton Hall kind of ran away with it when we were there, and at the end of the game, most of Seton Hall's players, the highest player had 22 points. That was Dawes. He had 5 threes out of their 7. So they played really well that game. After the first half, Seton Hall was 16 for 34 for 47% from shooting, and 3 points they were 37%, and free throws 50%. So they really did not look good in the first half, but they really put it together in the second half. And I'll check for you so it was 42-37 at halftime, so it was only a 5-point game. So I think Seton Hall has a good chance to compete with all these teams in the Big East, and looking forward to closing the end of the season and into the Big East tournament. And I'm really just hoping that we can get Seton Hall can get some pick up some wins these next couple games. I really hope. I'm hoping that Roden in the NBA does really well. I wish we still had him. He was one of the best players, in my opinion, on the team. He's making a debut for Detroit this past Tuesday, so he's starting for them. So, and that's really it. And if anybody has any more ideas about what new podcast I can make, please just message me. I am always open to new ideas about podcasts because I really haven't been doing podcasts lately, and my only really ideas are my teams that I enjoy. So I want to hear your guys' opinion about what your guys' favorite team is, and maybe I can do a podcast about it. So thank you guys for listening to my podcast, and I potentially might do a college football recap maybe later, or maybe this weekend, or maybe Jets recap of the season after Michael Forrest firing. So thank you guys for listening to my podcast, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and don't forget to message me with your ideas. Thank you guys.